to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Lydia. If you have watched my first video, you know that it's been a really hot minute since I made it, okay? Or since I put that one up. It's been a month, okay? But it is because, okay, I have an explanation here, okay? Other than procrastination, okay, which is, I'm working on it, okay? I went through surgery to get my appendix taken out because my appendix ruptured. So that was fun. I'm in the recovery process right now. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling good. Luckily the recovery wasn't too bad. It did hurt like the first 2 days. But I'm feeling a lot better now. So if you don't know what this channel involves, it involves baking. So I wanted to make a channel solely for baking, okay? And I was overthinking a lot. Like I was overthinking, like, what should I post first? Like, what should my first baking video be? And blah 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 blah. And I had a wedding cake to do for one of my best friends that didn't work out because I was going through surgery, and I didn't know if I was gonna feel better by then. And then I had some other baking stuff to do, but obviously that did not happen. So I was overthinking, like, oh, what should my first video be? What should my first video be? And you know what? I was like, I just want to bake. Like, I'm just gonna bake, and I'm just gonna show you what I am baking. So today's baking video is gonna be some sourdough Discord bagels, okay? Me and my boyfriend have had these bagels like 3 or 4 times. They're delicious, okay? I make everything bagels. This time I really want to make a cinnamon sugar one, maybe just like 2 cinnamon sugar ones, but everything is gonna be or everything else is gonna be everything bagels. So that's what we're gonna do today. They're gonna be made out of sourdough Discord, okay? Which, if you don't know what Discord is, it's just unfed starter. Which my starter, she's been in the fridge for a hot minute. I told you it's been a long time since I've been baking. Sorry, there's dust flying. But it's been a long time since I baked, so she's probably a little parched. So we're gonna give her some yeast just to give her a little bit of help in the fermentation process. But yeah, so let's get started. I'm gonna show you the ingredients and what we need and all that jazz, all right? This probably isn't the greatest angle, but this is what I can do right now, okay? I don't have that much space for like a good camera angle and all, but I'm still gonna show you everything, and I'm still gonna explain everything, so don't you worry. Anyways, to start off with, this is Sabrina. She is my sourdough starter, okay? She's not active right now. As you can tell, she's very parched, okay? She's been in the fridge for about a month unfed. So she developed a little bit of a hooch, which, if you don't know what a hooch is, it's like a little brown murky kind of layer of water, and it's basically just her like reacting to not being fed. So she's like, I think she's like, I forgot like how it's explained, but she's basically trying to feed herself essentially. So she lets out like this murky water, I guess. And if you have a better explanation, go ahead and explain it down below. Anyways, she is unfed starter, so this is what discard is, okay? If you were to feed her, she would be very active and bubbly. She would rise. As you can tell, she rose like when I last fed her. And then she, you know, deflated or whatever, and I haven't fed her since. So this is what we're gonna be using today to make our bagels, okay? We're gonna need 100 grams of Discord, okay? So if you don't have a scale, typically with sourdough, oh my god, why is there so much dust? Typically with sourdough, you're gonna need a scale. I prefer a scale because it's more accurate. You get more accurate measurements out of it. So if you don't have a scale, go get you one. Buy one off Amazon or something. You know, whatever you want. But anyways, so after $100, oh my gosh, I can't talk today. But anyways, 100 grams of starter, you're gonna need 255 grams of water. I warmed this up a little bit because I want to give her a head start in the fermentation process. If it was like straight cold, she would take a little bit longer to rise and such things, right? We're gonna use a pinch of yeast just to help her get like activated since hasn't been fed in a hot minute. And then we're gonna do 40 grams of honey. You can use whatever honey you like. I like this one. And then for our flour, we're gonna do 500 grams of bread flour. I used unbleached. Honestly, I'm guessing you can use all-purpose flour, but I prefer, like, whenever I make bread at all, I use bread flour. So I just feel like it gives it a better texture. There's more protein count in it, so or content in it. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you in my bowl what we're gonna be adding specifically. Okay, step by step, all of it together. Okay, so I have my water. I think I'm gonna warm it up just a little bit more because it's still low. It chilled by the time I was trying to make this video. Okay, now that I have my warmed up water, I'm going to put my water in here, and I might double this batch because I believe it only makes like 6 bagels, and I really want like big bagels. So we'll see. I'm gonna see how much this is. Actually, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make more than this, so I'm gonna double this. Okay, now for my discard, I'm going to add in 100 grams of discard for one batch. But for this batch, since I'm doubling it, we're doing 200 grams. And hopefully I have enough, because honestly, I I didn't think about that. Oh, I do have enough. Okay, cool. I have more than enough. All right. Now that I added my discard, I'm gonna whisk this up just to get it all nice and milky and incorporated, okay? Add a pinch of yeast, which honestly, there's not much in here that's left, so I'm just gonna add in the whole thing. But like a pinch would probably be like 1/4 of a teaspoon. You could add that, but I don't have that much anymore, so we're gonna add that, okay? Now I'm gonna add in 40 grams of honey for one batch. But this batch, I'm gonna do 80 grams, okay? Oh my gosh, I forgot about the salt. So for the salt, you're gonna need 10 grams of salt, okay? Don't forget about that. I'm gonna do 20 grams for this double batch. Yes. And now for the bread flour, we're gonna do 1,000 grams of unbleached bread flour. Okay, this is by King Arthur. I love King Arthur bread flour. Honestly, I lied. This is the only bread flour that I've ever used. So, actually I lied. I used Pillsbury too, but like when I first started baking. But with sourdough, I used this one, and I haven't changed it up with anything else. So, this is what I use, but we're gonna do 1,000 grams. I lied. Oh my god, it's been so long since I baked. I'm so excited to see how these come out. Okay, I accidentally added too much, so we're going to scoop some out. Wait, yes, okay. Sorry guys. I'm over here trying to teach y'all how to make bagels, and I'm learning myself still to this day, even though I made them like 4 times already. But it's okay. I like people like that, you know, when you're like, when they don't even know. So, but you're learning together, you know what I mean? Like that's what I like. So pink. Okay, now that that's all incorporated, I'm gonna give it like a little shaky. Okay, this is just to get the ingredients kind of muddled in together, okay, before we put it on the stand mixer. Which, by the way, sorry to tell you, I'm doing this on the stand mixer because ain't nobody got time to do it by hand and all. But this is how she looks like. I had to turn down my light a bit, but I don't know if you can tell, but she's like a thick pancake batter consistency right now. She's not mixed in at all yet, just yet. She will be mixed in though. But we're gonna be using the dough hook attachment on our KitchenAid mixer, and then we're gonna knead it for 7 to 10 minutes. You might need to knead it by hand afterwards until you do the window pane test, which I'll show you how to do that, okay? Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
I'm kneading her on low, by the way, okay? Don't do it fast, otherwise flour is just gonna go everywhere, okay? I'm gonna show you the window pane test really quick. So basically when you grab a piece of dough and you stretch it, it's not supposed to like break apart like this so quickly, you know. At one point it'll be able to, it's like the gluten forming basically. So at one point it should be able to like nicely stretch, and you'll be able to see through like the light, okay, through the dough. But you can see like right now it's just like basically tearing apart pretty quickly, so she's not ready yet. Okay, I gave her an extra few minutes on the mixer, but I don't want to burn my baby out, so we're gonna knead her by hand just for a couple more minutes until I can see the window pane. Okay, oh, hold on. This is how she looks right now. She's very doughy. She's not sticky at all. But like I said, we're going to knead her just for a little bit more, just so we can get some more gluten formed in her. And then she'll be resting for maybe like 2 or 4 hours, okay? Just until she doubles in size, and then we can make our bagels. We're gonna do the window pane test once more, just to see. Okay, press it. This is what I'm doing. I'm flattening it out, okay, and then grabbing all fours, and then if you can see a little bit of light through it and it doesn't break apart so easily, then you are good to go. Oh yeah! And then I'm gonna form it into a big old ball. Okay, I put my baby in a bowl that was sprayed with oil. Now we're gonna let this baby rise for like 2 to 4 hours, or until it's doubled in size. I will be back. Okay, clearly I didn't make the bagels the day that I was supposed to. Clearly we're in a different outfit, okay? But it's only because it was gonna be really, really late by the time I finished. And I was exhausted that day. So I let this rise overnight in the fridge. And it's beautiful. Look at her. And if anything, she's gonna become more sour because it's sourdough, duh. So letting her ferment extra in the fridge, I feel like will give her some flavor, you know. But she looks beautiful. Look at how much she rose. She doubled, okay, if you remember how she looked like before. She's definitely a lot more beautiful. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna punch this dough. This is the most fun part, and this is gonna let all the gas out. Oh, you see that? It's gonna let all that gas out that was going on overnight, okay? And I'm gonna turn this over. She is so beautiful. I'm gonna turn this over on the counter. And now I'm gonna separate these into, I think I said it made 6 bagels, but I'm pretty sure it made 8, if I'm correct. So we're gonna do, I want to make really big ones because my boyfriend came up with the most genius idea. We were craving burgers today, so he said, I was like, oh, I gotta finish making my bagels. So he said, what about a bagel burger? Like, that shit doesn't sound fire with an everything bagel seasoning? Yes, yes. So I'm gonna make, like I said, I think it makes 8, like pretty medium sized good ones, but I'm gonna make, since this is a double batch, it should be making 16, but it'll make 8 big ones, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but we are going to, I'm gonna weigh this out, and then I'm going to divide that number by 8. So I'm gonna weigh this out right here. I wish I kind of had a little bit of a bigger scale because I feel like it's gonna flow over, but that's okay. Okay, so it's 1,803. So Alexa, what's 1,803 divided by 8?
1,803 divided by 8 is 225.375.
225. Okay, so each ball of each bagel is going to be 225 grams, I should say. So I'm using my bench scraper. This is a bench scraper, okay? And I'm just going to cut the dough and weigh out 225 grams of dough. And we should be getting some pretty good chunky bagels. I'm excited because I really want the bagel burger. $225, don't forget about that. Okay, we have 8 balls here, or 8 pieces of dough really, because they ain't shaped yet. To get a nice good shape like this, you're going to grab your piece of dough and then you're going to put your hand over and basically claw over it, okay? Then you're gonna use your palm of your hand, and these 3 fingers are gonna be your little kind of like safe place for the dough, so that it doesn't like roll away or whatever. But you'll also use your thumb to close the seams at the bottom, okay? So I'm using my palm to basically push upwards, keeping it a little safe house with my other thumb, or with my other fingers, and then using my thumb as I push downwards, I'm using my thumb to push back upwards to close the seams. So this just really gets your dough balls like nice and tight. It might be a little bit harder like the bigger they are, but typically you'll get used to this, and then at some point you'll be able to do 2 at once. But my hands are kind of tiny, so it's kind of hard for me to like do it 2 at once right now, but I typically can. You can see basically the seams are all the way at the bottom. Now that we have all our little balls shaped nicely, we're going to start doing the most funnest part, and we're going to start putting holes in them to make the bagel shape. So all I'm doing is grabbing my little ball of dough, okay? She's perfect, okay? I'm going to poke a hole straight through the middle. Oh my God, this makes me so excited. And I'm just going to basically kind of like stab through it with my finger. And as you stab through it, I'm gonna put my other finger in there and just kind of twirl it so that you make the hole bigger, okay? And this is the most funnest part. Usually I like to go like this sometimes. But you're essentially just making this hole bigger and making it into the bagel traditional shape, okay? Now I have all my bagels shaped up and ready to go. They're going to rest for about 30 to 60 minutes. I'm gonna let them rest for like 40 minutes, maybe in between. And then we're going to boil them with a little bit of sugar and bake them. Okay, now that my bagels are all done proofing, what I'm doing is cutting the parchment paper around the bagel. And now that my water is boiling, I'm gonna place each bagel gently into the water, and we're going to let them boil for about a minute on each side. This is how it looks like after it is done boiling on each side for 1 minute. Now I'm going to place it on a paper towel so that all the excess water can drip away. Oh my God, they look so chunky. Now I'm going to transfer them over here to a new parchment paper. And now we're going to egg wash them and put the everything bagel seasoning in. Washing ever so gently. Well, I don't have enough everything bagel seasoning. This is all I have left. So this is what we're gonna use, and then everything else is gonna be plain. And that's it. I have enough for 4. Hey, they look really good. Now we're gonna bake it at 425 for 20 to 25 minutes, or until they're golden brown. They're almost done. They are huge. Are you waiting? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, don't slide off. It looks so good. We're making bagel burgers right now, so I'm gonna be cutting the things while he makes the actual burgers. I'll go everything cut up. I'm so excited. Man. Bacon fat and beef fat. Period. It should look juicy.
Fat as hell.
By the way, if you guys haven't tried, where is it? Baby, which one is it? Is it this one, right? It's this one.
Backyards.
Oh, backyards? Okay. Well, if you haven't tried the Spice House, it's delicious. This one is the garlic pepper one. It has pepper, garlic, salt, sugar, shallot, bell peppers, and parsley.
Yeah, this one also looks a little better.
You think the Lakeshore is better? This one has salt, shallots, onion, garlic, chives, pepper. Oh yeah, this is the one you used on the last burgers, right?
No, I think I used that one on the chicken that I made for you, Bonnie and Tom.
Oh, okay. Well, they're fire. And highly recommend.
Ow.
It's kind of hot, huh? And look at this. This is the one. It's okay, baby.
So hot.
She was like, Chrissy, I didn't know we were both gonna find ourselves tied up. I was like, oh my god. Alright, so she said, Chrissy, I didn't know we were gonna both find ourselves tied up on this honeymoon. I was like, oh. Oh yeah, burger. And the cheese. Pepper jack. Always pepper jack or cheddar. I think that's it, right? What would you use?
On a burger? Or?
Yes, on a burger.
Yeah, honestly, you can't go wrong with American.
American? Oh, I agree. Okay, yes.
Like, not good for you, but
because it's like fucking plastic.
government cheese.
It's definitely good though. I do like. Can I put pickles? I want pickles. And then we have some homemade pickles that I want on mine. The garlic is blue because of the vinegar, apparently.
Crown that queen. Crown this king.
Oh yeah.
How are we gonna eat it? I don't know.
But it looks so good. Good job. Oh! And we can't forget chips. The most important part of the day. Look at this shit. This shit like buzzing. Baby, the top can't even go on all the way. I'm dead. Period. We're gonna enjoy this and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.